I'm Jay.
I'm Joe.
This is Only Couch Sports, and today, got a good one for you guys. We have the 2014 NHL Draft, and me and my buddy Joe here think we know everything about sports. So we're going to predict the 2014 mock draft. So here we go.
It's getting pretty easy.
Oh yeah, pretty easy. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
We're not even going to get a single one right probably, but here we go. So first up we have, I predict the Florida Panthers are going to be taking defenseman Aaron Ekblad from the Barrie Colts. Defenseman Aaron Ekblad from the Barrie Colts on the Ontario Hockey League. And the reason is because Aaron is an absolute beast. 6'4", 216 pounds. He's exactly what the Florida Panthers need. They have a lot of great forward prospects with Huberdeau, Barkov, Drew Shore, and Trocheck. And on defense, they're pretty thin. Because Campbell's out the door. Kulikov really didn't pan out. Goodbranson's not doing anything, so they really need Aaron Ekblad.
I'm going to totally agree with you on that one. And besides, I mean, who can't pass up this guy? 6'4", 216, big body. He's going to put up points, going to help you defensively, help you out on the power play. He's the man.
Yeah, he is the man. Number 2 selection, we have the Buffalo Sabres. And I believe the Buffalo Sabres, being last in the NHL for goals for, I guarantee they're going to take Sam Reinhart of the Kootenay Ice of the Western Hockey League. He just beats up opponents with his mind. He's exceptional intelligence, and he understands what to do. He's going to be able to help out the Buffalo Sabres score tons of points.
Yeah, he's highly productive. I'm going with Reinhardt too. I mean, he is just unbelievably smart. His intelligence is absolutely crazy. And he's going to put up points.
Sure
Assists, goals, he's going to do it. Power play, he'll help.
That is definitely true. Next, we have 3 spot. The Edmonton Losers. Deadmonton. And I think the Edmonton Oilers, they need centers. Their centers are so small with Ryan Nugent-Hopkins and Sam Gagner, who really isn't a center. But so I think they're going to take a big German center, the WHL, the Prince Albert Raiders, Leon Draisaitl, 6'2", 208 pounds, and he's just an absolute beast around the net. He's so smart, so offensive. He's exactly what the Edmonton Oilers need.
I'm taking Leon too. Big, physical. Well, not really physical, but that'll come in his game. But he's very smart, and he is aware of what's going on. He's like a Joe Thornton. He might not be the best, but he knows. He's got everything going, and he'll put up the points.
That's nice. Now we have number 4, Calgary Flames. And I believe, since this is my team, I know exactly what this team needs. This team needs a big winger. Our wingers are so tiny with Sven Baertschi, Johnny Gaudreau, Michael Camilleri, and Yuri Hudler. Their top wingers are absolutely small. So they're going to take the Oshawa Generals in the Ontario Hockey League, Michael Delcall, 6'2", 183 pounds, and he's big, he's strong, he's basically a power forward. He's got skill and size. He's exactly what the Calgary Flames need.
Yeah, I agree. He's only going to get bigger, 6'2", 185. He'll get bigger, he puts up the points, and he is smart, and he knows how to play to his strengths.
That is exactly correct.
He's good.
Next we have number 5.
Sam Bennett.
Number 5, we have the New York Islanders. Surprisingly, the New York Islanders had a choice this year to give up their first pick this year or next year in the Thomas Vanek trade in. Surprisingly, they kept this year's pick.
I'm not quite sure why.
I don't understand, because if they're a bottom 2 team, they're going to miss out on one of 2 franchise players in Connor McDavid or David Eichel. But anyway, they're keeping the pick, and they're going to get a pretty good player at number 4. Number 5, which is Sam Bennett. Sam Bennett's not the biggest center in the world, but he's versatile, he's got an edge, and he can step up when he can, and he can put the points up. So I believe he'll fit nicely with John Tavares. That'll be a nice 1-2 punch for them.
Yeah, for sure. And he also adds something that they really needed, and that's speed, agility, and he is physical. So, and he'll put up the points. I'm going with Bennett too.
Even though he can't do a pull-up, he'll still be a very, very solid NHL player. Now at number 6, we have the Vancouver Canucks, the Knuckleheads. And I think this is where we finally disagree on a prospect here, buddy.
Yep.
Because I have the Vancouver Canucks taking big winger from the Peterborough Petes, Nick Ritchie. 6'2", 218 pounds. This guy's an absolute power. He's just going to be a great power forward. Size with skill, which the Vancouver Canucks desperately need.
And I'm going with William Nylander. Young Swedish prospect. I know he's not the biggest guy in the world, but he's got speed and skill. This guy could easily be the skilled guy in the draft, most skilled. He's excellent with the puck, and he has great patience. He's going to be a great playmaker in the NHL. The only thing he's got to worry about is his weight.
Yeah, 169, that's pretty small there, buddy. So next we have number 7 with the Carolina Hurricanes. And I think they're going to take William Nylander. I think we're just going to flip-flop prospects here, buddy. Joe pretty much hit the nail on the head. And William Nylander is going to fit well with Eric Stahl, Alexander Salmon, Jeff Skinner, and Elias Lindholm. And the Carolina Hurricanes are going to be a hurricane force to be reckoned with offensively.
And I'm going to go with Nick Ritchie at number 8, at number 7, because I think Ritchie's going to help out with Skinner on the wing. They need a big guy on the wing to help him out. I think he's going to be the guy to do it.
Yeah, they do need a big winger. Now, the Carolina Hurricanes their top 6 is very, very small. Number 8, we have the Toronto Maple Leafs. And I believe the Toronto Maple Leafs are going to take Nikolai Ehlers. Nikolai Ehlers is from the QAMJHL Halifax Movesets. He's small, he's 5'11", only 162 pounds, but he's absolutely a dynamic player who plays big and is very elusive. He's very fast and he's very quick. And he's got a beautiful scoring touch. So he'll fit in nicely with the Toronto Maple Leafs, play with Phil Kessel and JVR.
And for me, I think Toronto's going to go back to drafting another Ontario Niagara Ice Dog in Brendan Perlini. Perlini is a pretty big forward, power forward. He's big, he's strong, he's an excellent skater, winger with a great release on the shot, and he is going to score lots of goals. I think that's exactly what Toronto needs.
Now at number 9? Number 9, here we go. We got the Winnipeg Jets. And I believe the Jets are going to take Brandon Perlini. Joe pretty much hit it nail on the head. He's big, he's a winger, he's an excellent skater, and he's got a great release with his shot, and he's going to be able to help the Winnipeg Jets score tons of goals. He'll probably play with Evander Kane and Blake Wheeler or Andrew Ladd, so he'll fit in nicely in their top 6.
And with me, for Winnipeg, I think they got to go with Jake Virtanen. He's big, he'll help them in points, and he scores goals, which is what Winnipeg needs. They need someone to just lead them in goals. He's a great skater with a great shot, and he actually does great defending too, so he's going to be a great hockey player for the Jets.
Number 10, we have the Anaheim Ducks. The Anaheim Ducks get this pick from the Ottawa Senators in the massive Bobby Ryan deal. So this will be the cornerstone of that deal. And since Bobby Ryan was a winger, I think they have to take their winger to replace him, Jake Virtanen. And Joe pretty much hit the nail on the coffin again with Virtanen. So he'll be able to play in their top 6 with the winger they desperately need behind Perry and Getzlaf and Virtanen. So that'll be a nice tandem of trio of wingers they have.
And for me, I'm going with Nikolai Ehlers. I know he's small, and I know he's not overly big, obviously, with 162 pounds, but he puts up points. And he can be a dynamic player who's fast, quick, and he sees the opportunity. Again, Shea nailed it with the coffin with him. I think Anaheim needs him. I do.
Next we have number 11, Nashville Predators. And I think the Nashville Predators are going to take Jared McCann. Jared McCann's a big center from the OHL Sault Ste. Marie Greyhounds. He's 6'2", 180 pounds. And they need somebody who's big in Nashville. They're not overly big. They're a small team, and they have so many defensive prospects from Seth Jones, Roman Josi, Jonathan Blum. So it's time to draft a forward that's big. And this is a big center that can play in every situation for them, and that's a player they need to play a full 200-foot game, offensively and defensively.
Yeah, I agree with you there.
Who do you think they're taking there, Mr. Hotshot?
Again, I know they gotta go with the forward. They can't go with another defenseman. But for me, it's Kevin Fiala. They like these players who are born in Europe, 5'10", 180 pounds, not overly big. But Kevin Fiala is very skilled, and he can do it. He'll play with whoever they got on him. Like, if you put him with Colin Wilson on the top line, he'll be great.
He'll be good with Flip Forsberg too in a couple years. That'll be a nice 1-2 Swedish punch, if you don't say so myself.
Exactly.
Number 12, we have the newly named, not Phoenix Coyotes anymore, but we have the Arizona Coyotes. And I think they're going to take Kevin Fiala. Because they need some skill up front. They need players that are going to score goals. And Joe pretty much hit the nail on the coffin again with Kevin Fiala. So he's going to play well with Michael Bodker, Radim Verbata, Mike Ribeiro. And he'll be good in the future with Max Domi.
Yeah, I can see that. With Max Domi, he would look good. That's true. But for me, Phoenix, knowing them, they're going to take another son of another NHL player.
Oh, that'll only be the fourth time in 4 years, so...
last year, Ty Domi's son, Max, drafted. I got to go with Kasperi Kapanen on this one. 5'11", 170 pounds, not overly big, but he's capable of playing in all situations. What separates him from the ability to make critical plays is he loves to win. And he knows how to play the game, and he knows how to play in all areas of the game.
That'll work well with Phoenix, too, because they like players that can play both forward and defensively.
Exactly.
Number 13.
I think we're back to agreements.
I think we absolutely are with the Washington Capitals. I think the Washington Capitals finally need a defenseman. And oh look, there's one here that fell out of their lap at 13. I think they're going to take big defenseman Hayden Fleury from the Red Deer Rebels. 6'3", 207 pounds. He's a good skater and uses it to his advantage everywhere. And he's going to help the Washington Capitals keep the puck out of their net.
Yeah, plus he's very smart. I mean, he's a smart defender.
He sure is.
Who can transition, and I think he's going to help out their penalty kill, even their power play. So I'd be very shocked if they pass on him.
So that'll be a good cornerstone on their defensive defensemen going forward with John Carlson and Mike Green. Next, at number 14, we have the Dallas Stars. And I believe the Dallas Stars are going to take Kasperi Kapanen.
Yeah, nuts.
Joe? Nuts. I'm not nuts. I think he's going to fit well. He's going to play the second line wing. And Joe pretty much said there everything that needs to be said about Kasperi Kapanen. He'll play on the second line with Alex Chason and Cody Eakin. And that'll be a very nice top six with Tyler Seguin, Jamie Benn, and Valerie Nikushkin. Maybe some secondary scoring, which they haven't had a lot of.
That's true. They don't really have a lot of secondary scoring. For me, I'm going to go with, if I can find him, there he is, Jared McCann. And why? Because Dallas, I think they could use another centerman, to be honest with you. He's going to play the situation in the game, and like Shay said, he's going to get involved. He's great, and he can put up a lot of points. I think Jared McCann would be a great situation for Dallas.
Number 15, we have the almighty gods of drafting, the Detroit Red Wings. And I believe the Detroit Red Wings are going to go to the OHL Golf Storm. Even though he's small, 5'10", 166 pounds, Detroit is going to have a very skillful player by the name of Robbie Fabry. He's very good speed, and he uses to attack well. He plays hard, goes in the areas, and he's going to play well with not Timu Polkinen, sorry, my bad. He's going to play well with thank you, Gustav Nyquist, and Thomas Tartar, Riley Shahan, maybe Anthony Mantha in the future. And he's a very skillful player. Detroit Red Wings, doesn't matter, big or small, they love these skillful players. So Robbie Fabry will fit well with the Detroit Red Wings.
You are right. He is a skillful player, and they're going to go with the skillful player. But you named how many people there that were all from Europe. So I'm going to stick with the Europeans as well.
You're
I'm
going with the
Jacob Vrana. He's skilled. Who played last year with Sweden. 5'11", 185 pounds. Very good offensively. And he has very good offensive mindset. And he's hungry from the circles. He loves to win faceoffs. And he has a good shot. And he is a player you have to respect. Because if you don't, he'll make you he'll make a fool out of you pretty much.
He's very dangerous too. He attacks very quickly, and he's got that one-shot capability. So he'll be good with the Detroit Red Wings.
Yep.
Next at number 16, we have the Columbus Blue Jackets. And I believe Columbus Blue Jackets are going to an American by the name of Dylan Larkin. He's 6'1", 190 pounds. And the Columbus Blue Jackets love these kind of players. The ability to play the game at a very high pace and tempo and intensity. He's combined with very good hockey sense, and his impact to become significant. He wants to make a difference in the game and find ways because he's ultra competitive. So he's going to be a player that the Columbus Blue Jackets are like, to play in their top six, play both ends of the ice, and that's what the Columbus Blue Jackets are all about. A good, hard-working players. Two-way.
Well, I also think they're going to take an American, but I'm going to go with Alex Tuck. 6'4", 215, big, basically a Nathan Horton type player who can play with all those players in Columbus. Physical, rugged winger, and he is a power forward. And he'll make an impact, he'll score points, and he's going to help your team offensively. Defensively, maybe not, but he's going to put up the offensive numbers.
At number 17, we have the Philadelphia Flyers. And I believe the Philadelphia Flyers are going to take Alex Tuck because he's absolutely big. Joe hit it on the head again. There's pretty much nothing else there is for me to say except he's going to play well in Philadelphia now that the big power forward, Scott Hartnell, has been traded to Columbus Blue Jackets. They need somebody else to replace that big frame and that can put the puck in the net. And Alex Tuck is their man.
And this is what I'm going to go with Dylan Larkin. 6'1", 190 pounds, and Shea nailed it. He's very smart, competitive, and he is in the right place at the right time. And he has a game that is at a very high pace, temp and intensity. His intensity is crazy. And he'll put up the points. I think he's going to help out Philadelphia. Now, if they lost, they need a little bit more scoring punch as well.
That's good. So next, we have number 18, the Minnesota Wild. I believe the Minnesota Wild are going to Finland. And I believe they're not Finland, sorry. Holy.
Going to Russia?
Russia, yes, not Finland.
QMJJ?
Yes. Ian Barbashev, 6 foot, 185 pounds. He's an outstanding leader and he leads by his actions. There's nothing he won't do to help the team win. He's very versatile and very skilled. And the Minnesota Wild love very skillful players. He'll fit well in with Michael Granlund, Charlie Coyle, and Jason Zucker in the future.
Yeah, that could work.
You think they're taking Mr. Hotshot?
Well, I think it's Minnesota. I think they're going to take an American-born USHL player. And 6 feet, 185 pounds, Sonny Milano will fit everything they need. He had 39 points last year in 25 games. He's an offensive threat with magical hands. And he is just great at wearing his opponents down. He is going to be a game changer, and I think that's what Minnesota needs right now is a game changer.
Number 19, we have the Tampa Bay Lightning. And I believe the Tampa Bay Lightning are going to the WHL. Calgary Hedman, taking 6'3", 180-pound defenseman Travis Sanham. Nothing he can't do in the game. He skates well, he thinks well, he's very poised, he's very good at making offensively plays, and he's very good defensively. And he's a player who recognizes opportunity in the game and takes advantage. Tampa Bay is stacked up front with Steven Stamkos, Valtteri Thibodeau, Jonathan Drouin, Tyler Johnson, and Andre Palat. It's time for them to draft a defenseman to play in the future with Victor Hedman, because Matthias Olin and Sammy Salo are not getting any younger.
I agree with you there. They're not getting any younger, but I think they're going to go with a centerman on this one. Ivan Barbashev, because he fits exactly what they want in forwards. Leadership, and like Shay said, he's skilled, he's versatile, and he fits in the lineup. That's who I think they're going to take.
But there's already another image of a Platt or Tyler Johnson, so I think you're dumb and you're wrong. So.
No, I think they do it.
Number 20, we have the San Jose Sharks. And I'm going a little bit off the board here. I do believe...
A little bit off the board?
Yeah, just a little bit. I think the San Jose Sharks are going to the OHL, Windsor Spitfires. And they're going to take Joshua Ho-Sang. He has such sick hands. And he's absolutely a dynamic offensive player, which the San Jose Sharks will love to have. And I think they're going to take a chance and take him because Patrick Marleau is not getting any younger. And he's a player that can replace Patrick Marleau in the future.
And on the other hand, Albert Fabry finally comes available. 5'10", 165 pounds. I think, just like Hossein, he's going to fit in with his speed, attack well. He will play pretty much a similar role than Hossein, but I think he's just a little bit bigger and a little bit more skilled than Hossein.
I don't think he's more skilled than Hossein, but anyway. Number 21, we have St. Louis Blues. And I believe the Blues are going to take an American by the name of Sonny Milano, 6 feet, 183 pounds. And he's, like Joe said, he's an offensive threat with those magical hands. And he'll fit well in St. Louis's top six in the future, playing with Vladimir Tarasenko, Jaden Schwartz, and they're going to get a lot of goals and a lot of production from this kid.
Yeah, they will. But I think you need to go with David Pasternak. 6 feet, 170 pounds, plays on the right wing. He's going to be a very good player, I think. He challenges the defenders with his skating. And from what I can see, he darts into position, making him very, very dangerous. He's got very good hands, he's quick, and he can create scoring opportunities. And he's offensively gifted. So, 36 games in Sweden playing with men, he had 24 points. I think he's going to be a very good point producer in the NHL.
Yeah, you're definitely right about that. We got number 22. We have the Pittsburgh Penguins. And I believe Pittsburgh Penguins are going to WHL of the Swift Current Broncos. And I think they're going to take Julius Honka. I know it's a little bit off the board, but he makes a big impact on the game. He recognizes opportunity and is quick to take advantage. He's very patient. And he's very outstanding in the sense that he's very poised and very difficult to trap. Do not underestimate him. It'll be at your peril. He will destroy you. Pittsburgh needs a bunch of defensive prospects because all they have is forwards that can score goals. He'll fit well into their defensive core with Oli Mata, Scott Harrington, Derek Pouliot, and Brooks Orpik and Paul Martin are not getting any younger at all.
I agree with you on taking the defensive prospect, but I'm going to go with... I think the Pittsburgh Penguins are going to take Travis Sanheim. They're going to lose out on Matt Niskanen, and at this 6'3", 181-pounder, he's going to do it. He's going to play great, and he's been progressing exceptionally. There's nothing that he can't do in his game. He skates, he thinks, he's incredibly poised, he's offensively and defensively gifted, and he recognizes the opportunity in the game to take advantage of what mistakes the opponent gives him. So I think they're going to go with Travis Sanheim.
Sounds like a Matt Niskanen already, don't you think?
Yeah.
23. We have Colorado Avalanche. And I think they're going to the USHL American team. And they're taking Jack Dowdery, 6'2", 185-pound defenseman. There's really nothing special about Jack, but he lends himself to be very good. He's very consistent and he's very solid. And he does very well, both offensively and defensively. It's a defenseman Colorado needs because the Eric Johnson thing hasn't worked out to the best. And other than that, they have no other good prospect behind Duncan Siemens and Stefan Elliott. So it's time to draft a defenseman.
You forgot about one very good prospect, Tyson Bailey.
Oh, Tyson Barrie. How did I forget Tyson?
I don't know how you forget Tyson Bailey, man.
How do I forget?
I'll tell you this. I think because they do have such good defensive prospects, they're going to go with a skilled forward. Josh Hossein, he's small, but he is very skilled, and he will love playing in Colorado with those big forwards like Ryan O'Reilly protecting him on the wing. He's going to play great with Colorado.
4. Oh, Lord. 24. Number 24. We have the Anaheim Ducks. And I believe the Anaheim Ducks are going to a winger. And they're going to the Czech Republic. Taking David Pastrnak, 6 feet, 167 pounds. Like Joe said before. He has the ability to challenge defenders with his skating. From a straight ahead, from darting positions, which makes him very dangerous. And he has very good hands. And he'll fit in nicely with the Anaheim Ducks on the wing. Because they're very thin with wing prospects. Other than Silverberg and, like I'm hoping they're taking, Jake Virtanen. They have nothing on the wing behind Perry and Getzlaff, so he will be very helpful in making them score goals in the future.
What you said about David Pastrnak is great for Anaheim, except there's one problem. They need a left winger. So I'm going to go to the Barrie Colts of the Ontario Hockey League, and I'm going to take Brandon Lemieux, who's 6'1", 210 pounds. He had 65 points, 53 points in 65 games. Brandon initiates and makes life most uncomfortable for those opponents who get in his way. He's great on the power play, and he puts up productive numbers on the power play. And his timing on the power play is unbelievable. He puts up big numbers on the power play, which is going to help Anaheim on the power play, obviously. I think he's going to be great with the Ducks. Big mindset. He'll help out. He looks exactly like a Perry or a Getzlaff. The Anaheim Duck kind of player.
25. We have the Boston Bruins. And the big bad Bruins. Speaking of big and bad, Joe just said this prospect, Brandon Lemieux. He's going to fit in well with the Boston Bruins because he's big, he's bad, he's powerful, and he's like a miniature Lucic and a Marchand. He's just going to run you over with his size. But also, he has the ability to put the puck in the net. So that's why the Boston Bruins are going to take Brandon Lemieux.
And for me, Boston, they're going to go with the Swede, I think. Adrian Kemp. 6'2", 190 pounds. He's an excellent skater with speed and quickness, and he also backs to offer defensive help as well. So, and that's what Boston wants: a defender and an offensive player. He's going to be great with the Boston Bruins, and I think Adrian Kemp is who they're going to pick at number 25.
Good pick. Number 26. There we go. We have the Montreal Canadiens. And I believe they're going to Sweden. And they're taking a skillful winger by the name of Jacob Vrana. Like Joe said before, he's very good offensively, and he's hungry from the circles down in the offensive zone. He's got a good shot, and as a player, you have to respect. And he'll fit well in their top six, playing with Alexander Galchenyuk, Matt Pacioretty, Thomas Plekanec, and Brendan Gallagher.
Well, for me, I'm going to go with a WHL Saskatoon Blade. Plays on the left wing, 6 feet, 172 pounds. Nikita Sherbak. 65 games, he had 78 points, puts up a lot of assists. He's an excellent scorer, and he just has the right timing. He's got a full advantage to him. He has awareness of how to exploit opponents, and he's very good and alerts his teammates as to what's going on the ice. He's a versatile player who can play off the strengths of others. I think Nikita Sherbak is a great pick for the Montreal Canadiens.
Number 27, we have Chicago Blackhawks. And I believe the Chicago Blackhawks are going to take a defenseman. They have so much forwards, so many good forwards. Taves, Kane, Sharp, Hossa, Saad. The list goes on and on. They really don't have a defensive prospect. So it's time to take one. And Roland McCowan, he's 6'1", 195 pounds. Skating is the foundation of his game. And Chicago likes skating defensemen with Duncan Keith, Brent Seabrook, and Nick Leddy. And he's very good offensively. He can jump in the play. Number 27, we have the Chicago Blackhawks. And I believe the Chicago Blackhawks are taking a defenseman. They have so much forward talent. Taves, Kane, Sharp, Hossa, Saad. And last year when they drafted Teuvo Teravainen, it's time for them to take a defenseman. And that defenseman is going to be 6'1", 195 pound Roland McCowan. Chicago likes fast skating defensemen, which Roland McCowan is. And he's very good offensively, which is another thing the Chicago Blackhawks like. Puck moving defenseman that can play at both ends of the ice. He's in control, he's very steady, and he's very poised with the pucks.
Okay, so 27th Chicago, they're going to take Nick Schmaltz. You got it. USHL, 6 feet, 170 pounds, excellent hockey sense, and he's got an easy. It looks like he just makes it easy out there. I mean, he's got excellent puck skills, and he can make plays that create scoring opportunities. And he loves to be around the net. And he can also be physical at the point if he wants to. So I think you gotta take Nick Schmaltz.
Number 28, we have the Tampa Bay Lightning. And I believe, again, Tampa Bay Lightning, they're going with the defensive prospect. And I'm going a little bit off the board here and taking Anthony DeAngelo. His exceptional ability with the puck is mind-boggling. He can hold it, allow the play to develop, and he has an excellent passer and creates offense at every turn. He plays with confidence at both ends of the ice, and he's exceptional vision and poise and very productive. So the Tampa Bay Lightning would be happy to select Anthony DeAngelo.
I'm going to agree with you there. He's got a lot of points to him, but I think they're going to go with the guy you mentioned, Roland McCowan. You made a good point there, but I think they're going to go with Roland McCowan. 6'1", 195 pounds, 43 points in 62 games with the Kingston Frontenacs. And he has a great skating foundation. As you said, he's a very good skater. He plays very good defensively, and he transitions the puck, and he can play offense very well as well. So I think they got to take Roland McCowan, definitely.
Congratulations. Number 29, wrapping up here at the bottom of the draft, we have Los Angeles Kings. And I believe the Los Angeles Kings are going to take a winger that can score. 6'1", 170 pound Nikolai Goldobin. He's excellent poise with the puck, and he can hold it long enough for the play to develop. He's very well in traffic and has sick hands, and he's very fast. Los Angeles Kings, when you think about the Los Angeles Kings, you think of what? Big, strong players. Instead, here they're going to take a skilled, strong player.
Well, for me, finally, Julius Honka is going to finally be taken. I think LA is going to take Julius Honka. 5'11", 180 pounds, defenseman, of course. I think they need a defenseman. And he doesn't make too many big mistakes. He's not a big impact player, but he recognizes opportunity and is quick to take advantage. He's a very patient player, and he plays with outstanding sense and poise. So I think he plays exactly what the LA Kings want on defense. He plays LA King defense. They gotta take Julius Honka.
Number 30, rounding the end of the draft, we have the New Jersey Devils. And the New Jersey Devils only get this pick thanks to Mr. KHL Ilya Kovalchuk. Thank you. So they're going to need a player to replace Kovalchuk with. A winger with skill and size. And I think they're going with Nikita Sherbak, 6 foot, 172 pounds. He has an excellent scoring instincts, and he arrives at the right time to take full advantage. He has beautiful awareness on how to exploit opportunities and is very good in this regard. He's a very versatile player who can play off other strengths. So that's why the New Jersey Devils are going to take Nikita Sherbak.
Out the draft with the New Jersey Devils, I'm going to the WHL's Red Deer Rebels, and I'm going to pick 6 feet, 192 pound Connor Blakely. In 71 games, he had 68 points, and he is a very good, determined, competitive player who doesn't take any shortcuts. He's fast, and he's positive. He loves to play, and he loves to win. There isn't a whole bunch that he's missing in his game, and he is going to be a very good fit with the New Jersey Devils.
I want to hear from you guys what your top 30 projections are for the players at the NHL draft. Well, that's a wrap, folks. I'm Shay.
I'm Joe.
And that's why we're on the couch and not in the studio. You can follow us on Twitter at OnTheCouchSports, or you can send us an email at onthecouchsports@hotmail.com.